At a boxing evening in Miami, undefeated Floyd Mayweather failed to defeat amateur Logan Paul. The popular blogger, being twice as big as the legendary boxer, lasted 8 rounds in the ring. After the fight, Paul called this moment one of the best in his life. Mayweather admitted that he underestimated his opponent, but still managed to have fun. Logan Paul tried to work the first 2 rounds from the front. It's hard to call it a good strategy, considering that Floyd Mayweather's plan was obvious. He would try to wear out his huge opponent as much as possible before turning on himself. Despite the huge number of punches Paul landed, he ultimately outpunched the former champion twice as much, 217 to 107. Nothing worked at all, since all his attempts to get to Floyd were empty or blocked. Mayweather didn't even have to strain himself to dodge Logan's punches with his feints. As a result, Floyd's tactics worked. By the 3rd round, he increased his speed and went on the attack, while Paul was out of breath and began to take regular and painful punches. Soon, Logan could barely move on the canvas, and Mayweather moved in a calm manner. It couldn't even be called sparring, and exhausted the blogger even more, laughing in his face. Surprisingly, Paul still managed to get out of the hole. Of course, the underdog had such an opportunity largely due to the huge difference in size with Floyd, which allowed him to hold Mayweather with his hands in a manner unusual for professional boxing. The referee tried to explain to Paul that this was unacceptable, and Floyd himself was overwhelmed with emotions, but since the fight was an exhibition and did not fit into any rules at all, then only his fans, who expected to see great boxing, could make any claims against Logan. Floyd was not happy with this, he protested, but quickly remembered that the result of this fight was generally unimportant, after which he did not even try to knock out the blogger. If the fight regulations did not exclude line judges, then Mayweather, of course, would have taken the victory. But in this particular fight, it was only possible to win ahead of schedule. He was better than I thought he would be. He's a tough guy. Good action. I had fun. I was surprised by him. Oh yeah, I had fun. What's next? We don't know what the future holds, but I'll talk to my team about it and see where we go from here. I've been in this sport for 25 years. I know I'm not 21, but I had fun tonight, Mayweather said. For Paul, this result is fantastic, although such a phenomenon could not happen in professional boxing. Firstly, it will not only add popularity to the blog, which is not suffering from a lack of attention, but will also allow Logan to gain a foothold in the world of boxing. Before the fight with Floyd, he entered the professional ring only once, and then he lost to the same YouTube blogger who imagined himself an athlete, KSI. Secondly, Paul will become richer by at least $25 million. This is a preliminary calculation. This is how much the blogger will receive, taking into account the share of PPV sales. For comparison, Mayweather, according to forecasts, will earn more than $100 million, but Logan can hardly complain. I never want to hear anyone say something is impossible again. The fact that I'm here with one of the greatest fighters of all time. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. It was an honor to share the ring with him. It's the coolest thing in the world. What's next? I don't know. Maybe a Mayweather-Paul rematch, Logan suggested. Brothers Logan and Jake Paul are slowly becoming a real brand of a freak duo who want to change modern boxing. Jake has much more serious ambitions. He dreams of becoming a world champion, although he only started seriously boxing a few years ago. Apparently, 24-year-old Jake, whose fight with the former Bellator champion entered the top 10 sales in boxing history, and who is now preparing for a fight with former UFC champion Tyron Woodley, will be Mayweather's next opponent. For Floyd, this is the easiest money possible, so he will not have to be persuaded. Moreover, it is Mayweather's side that dictates all the terms. The emergence of a phenomenon like the Paul brothers is a challenge for conservatives. Bloggers can make crazy money just by stepping into the ring, thanks to the number of subscribers on social networks. After Askren, Woodley, and Mayweather, other top fighters and boxers will probably be interested in the opportunity to fight them. The organizers are also not interested in the fact that Logan and Jake themselves are not the most pleasant people. or have created such images for themselves. In trash talk, the brothers cross all boundaries and, like amateurs, disdainfully treat everything and everyone who is nominally against them. This was one of the reasons why the preliminary sales of the Floyd-Logan Paul fight broke all records. The best boxer of our time, Saul Alvarez, expressed the opinion of professionals about this fight